welcome to the tree house. As you can see, there's something a little bit different here with me, this Fablekeep. Yes, Akemi is here, our beloved mermaid friendo, best friendo and mod, amazing mermaid. Akemi, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm a little warm, but I'm good.
That's okay. The early spring is upon us. That
Oh
warm weather is upon us.
Oh, it's so bad.
I know. Well, Floofs, I am super excited and very, very honored. Akemi is going to be our very, very first little interviewee and member of the Luminaries of Fablekeep. Yay! Woohoo! Yay! All right, Akemi, perfect. So, I would love to know, since the Luminaries of Fablekeep are all about lore, all about we're going to talk specifically about you as a VTuber right now, okay?
Yes.
So I would love to know what inspired your lore, what inspired Akemi, and how do you feel it reflects on your personality or your passions or your passions?
Oh, good lord.
First easy question.
One at a time. What was the first one?
Okay. So the first one is, what inspired your lore or inspired Mermaid Akemi?
Okay. So, I want to say this. So, I'm going to go from like the very beginning. So this actually started out, I think you might have known this, but like this design started out as a My Hero Academia OC.
Yes, I do remember that.
Yes, so that's why I still have like the red feather, because it's like because of Hawks and stuff, because I love him.
Right, your red feather necklace, right?
Yes. So that's how it started, and then I kind of, the hyperfixation goes away after a while,
as it does.
So it kind of went from that to just this design. Like, I have my Umiko, which is the OC. But then this is turning more into just like an online persona type thing. So it's like I'm still really working on the lore for like character design.
Oh, sure, yeah.
A lot of it is starting to kind of stem from the first anime I watched, which was Mermaid Melody. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Yes, I love Mermaid Melody. I remember that. It's so cute.
Oh my god, like it's such an old, like I don't even know when it came out. Like early 2000s, I'm very sure.
I think
like
that
started.
Was one of my first animes I watched, actually.
Yeah, it was one of my first, and it literally started I literally I found it like, on like YouTube, like each episode was like split into like 10-minute like intervals. So it was like episode 1, part 1, but it went to like part 4 for the whole episode.
Oh, sure.
It was like this whole thing. But yeah, so I guess lore and design wise, it kind of just started from that.
I think that's amazing, though. I love that you took, something that, and can you explain a little bit more about like the My Hero Academia part? Like, this is a character that you thought, like, superpowers that you would want to have, like, if you were in My Hero Academia. Yes. Is that correct?
Yeah, so it was kind of like a lot of OCs that I have, like, shocking, I know, are like self-inserts.
Surprise.
Surprise. So it's mostly just like I think at least this character was definitely one where I really put thought into, at least like a decent amount of thought into the design. So I don't know, it just kind of started with, well, I like mermaids. I've always had like this really weird strong connection to water for whatever reason, and it all just kind of formed into this character.
So how do you think, since aside from like the inspiration for the lore, do you think that it does a good job of capturing like your personality and your passions as a person?
I think for like I want to say like starting out, yes, I still feel like the overall design is like, besides like the outfit, which I want to kind of change in like a 2.0 model. I think for the most part is someday, but I think like at least design wise, I think it does fit. For the most part, I do wanna for like an updated model. I would like to maybe change some things, maybe give her some like, cause in like okay, not to like give myself away, but like in real life, I have like curly hair. So
Oh yeah, okay.
yeah, so like I would like to do it where she still has like the braid, she still has like the mermaid tail braid, and like the overall style is the same, but it has more texture. It's not just like straight hair.
Okay,
So
I
it's like,
gotcha.
yeah, so it's kind of like weird little things like that I would like to tweak. I think overall it's a fine. I like the design. I connect with it a lot. So mermaid design, I definitely want to tweak a lot more, but I think like human right now, I think is a really good start.
Awesome.
With little tweaks.
It's like you can just throw some extra sea salt spray in the mermaid's hair, and then it'll be perfect.
Scrunch it and scrunch it all up. Yeah.
Yeah. Do a little bit of scrunching. Throw some fresh wind in your hair. It'll be perfect.
Yep. I'm trying to think, what was like that really weird thing that people did? Oh, like crimping, I think.
Oh, crimping.
Do you remember that?
Yes, it makes it look like you've got French fry hair.
That was an ugly trend. First of all, I like no hate to anyone who has done it, but like, oh good lord, that it looked like ramen hair.
It just, I mean, I have to say, thankfully, here in Ivaria, I kind of missed out on the crimping, but I've seen it. I've seen the pictures, so.
And you're just like, how'd that make you feel?
Oh my goodness, I was like, interesting choices, but you know what? We listen and we don't judge.
We judge a little bit on the inside.
A little bit on the inside. Okay, perfect. So let's go on to our next question if you're ready.
Yes. Also, please let me know if I like don't answer the question correctly.
Oh my gosh, you're perfect. You're perfect like in every way.
Because I feel like in my head it's like I heard the question, but like I won't answer it right. If that makes sense at all.
You are doing beautifully. If you need a bit more direction, I'll help you. But you're doing so well. You're literally multitasking. So
I am, and that's oh boy, that's gonna be. Oh boy. Anyway, yes, I'm good. I'm good for the next one.
So this one kind of follows up with the first question of, and it might go more with your design versus more of like your lore. But what is one major or minor element in your lore or design that you're most proud of?
I want to say this is really just like similar to what I said before, but I would say just like the overall design of my model in general. But I will say, when I figured out that doing a like mermaid shaped braid was a thing.
Oh my gosh, it's so clever. It's so clever.
I felt like an absolute genius. I was like, oh my god, I need to be hired as a character designer. Like, I need all of it. It was like...
For real, though. I just have to say, I'm obsessed with also, like, the color choices that you picked. Like, the light blue with the dark blue, and then the dark pink and light pink from the Sakura. Oh, it's just beautiful. I love it.
Thank you. Because I have blue hair in real life, too. So it's like...
Really? Oh,
I do, yeah. So
you magical creature.
I have to stick with it. And like, it was just, yeah, I want to say, I think it would definitely just be like my overall design of my model. Is what
absolutely
I like,
beautiful.
Is what I love. Because like when I commission other artists to draw her, it's also just like, it's like, oh, it's so nice.
Yes, it's so pretty. Okay, so with a follow-up question about actually the Sakura, is that like a favorite flower of yours or?
Yes.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was for the element of just like it went with your design or if it's because you really love them.
No, like the cherry blossoms are literally my favorite.
Oh, they're so pretty.
They're gorgeous. So I'm like, okay, well, so my theme is water and cherry blossoms. Got it.
Um,
And mermaid. Got
Literally
it.
the best. Like, excuse me.
Yay.
Oh my gosh, it's perfect. Okay, so for the next question,
Mm-hmm.
and this I think we should go back and touch into more on like the original inspiration for your character. If you were able to share your story outside of streaming, what would be your preferred medium and why? So like, would you want to be like a character in My Hero Academia, or would you want to have like a comic series? Like, what would you think? How would you want to share your story outside of streaming?
I think what did I type? I typed them all out. It was like a mix of like graphic novel or like an animated series, I think.
Ah,
Like I love the idea of my character being in My Hero just for like the sake of like that's where she started from. So that would be really, really cool. But
so that
in
Hawks
like
can carry you off.
yes, absolutely. But like in updated lore, I think it's kind of like it would be really cool. I don't know what kind of story it would be, but it would just be like her own thing. And like I meant to explain this for the first question. I like Mermaid Melody is like it's like, you know, the magical girl trope.
Right.
Where they transform into their magical girl outfits and sing the evil away, but like I don't sing. So it's like everything where it's like she has like a more human form, she has her mermaid form, but then it's like no singing. So it's like what's I don't even know what you call that. It's just kind of like not alter ego.
Is it not?
I don't know.
It kind of is, isn't it?
I don't know. It's like I'm not sure how to explain it because it's like a mix of like, well, she has like, or like she's Jesus. Hold on.
You're okay. You got this.
It's like she just has her on land life and then she has her under the water life. So it's like yeah. So
I don't know what the right word, because you're right. It's not like you're like a superhero with like a secret identity kind of thing. You just have like two different worlds, you know?
Yeah, so it's like it's just kind of like I will say I don't have a lot of her lore figured out. But
which is totally fine.
Yeah, it's just like really basic stuff where it's like she lives in a sakura grotto and that's like it.
You know what I think could be kind of like, and you'll have to tell me what you think of this, but like when you say like a graphic novel or like, you know, an anime, but you don't sing, something I think would be really cool if like your super ability was that you used your art, like you had like this enchanted like coral pin or something that you would like draw stuff with, and that was how, kind of like, did you ever see Harold and the Purple Crayon? Did you ever watch that? Okay, so a brief summary. This was like a PBS show, I believe.
PBS.
Yeah, and it's like this little kid that has a magical purple crayon, and he can draw stuff and it will like come to life like in his world. So like he can draw a bike and then he like has that bike, you know?
Okay. Yeah,
and
I
so
know that.
It's like you could like fight evil with your art.
Oh my god, that'd be so cute.
Right? That's what I'm
That's
like,
such a cute idea.
There's nothing like that.
No, that's such a cute idea. Oh my god. But then like a mix of me is also like I would die to have those like water bending powers.
Oh yeah. Oh girl, you would still have water bending. Is that even a question?
Oh yeah, it's just like a mix of I just have all of these powers.
Yeah, exactly. You're OP because you're amazing. So
oh no.
You're the main character.
Oh my god. Yeah, I have to be OP. It's like it's just the rule.
Okay, so this is a follow-up question to the previous question. But what do you think? So let's say you have this media version of yourself. What do you think its title would be? And like I don't really know what I meant by this, but like, what kind of tale would it tell? Like, would you want it to have educational lessons? Would you want it to be fully action? Like, what do you think would be? What do you think would be fun?
I think
for
I
it to
actually
portray?
did. I think, let's see. I can't come up with the title right now.
That's
I don't
okay.
think
It's okay.
that would not click in my head, but I do think if I wanted to stick with like the similar lore of Mermaid Melody, where it's like it has like she has her underwater life and then she has her like her human world life.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be one of those like slice of life stories where
Yes.
it's like just one of those literal fish out of water stories where she's trying to find her place among the humans and like growing her art there and like doing her own thing that makes her happy.
Oh my gosh, you'd be like the Hannah Montana of the sea.
Except no singing.
No
Well,
singing.
What did I say?
You're right. You're right. No singing. No singing. You get the best of both worlds, but it's spoken, not sung.
Yes. Yes. It's drawn. It's all on paper or computer, whichever.
Beautiful. Amazing. And of course, your computer would be completely waterproof. So it can be in the ocean with you.
Oh yeah.
I love it. I love it. So if what do you think, so let's get more into, like, we've kind of talked about like your inspiration for your design and how you feel like it reflects you. I want to kind of know more also about like your VTubing journey. So I would love to know like what I wrote this one thing, but I kind of want to like build on it as well. Like, what's been the most memorable moment in your journey so far as a content creator?
Okay, I'm gonna be cheesy. I'm not gonna lie. Meeting you,
Stop! You're gonna make me cry.
like you know, like looking for some VTubers to watch while I was at work one day, and I was just like, this is a cute fox who's playing something that I played last night. So yeah, and then like it was just like the immediate vibe I got from you, where you were just like so nice. It was like, it was just so freaking sweet, and like it was just like a mix of all these
Disney
things.
Dreamlight Valley, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure we met over Disney Dream, which I haven't even played in like 4 years.
I played it like a few days in October when it came out, and that was that. I have not touched it.
What happened to us? What did we do?
I don't know. I have no idea. But no, like not to be too cheesy, but it definitely was like, because it was like, oh my god, VTuber friend.
Oh no, that's so kind. That's so kind.
Yeah. So I want to say that was definitely like the most memorable, because it was like really sweet VTuber friend, and yeah.
How long had you been VTubing before that? Like, how long have you been VTubing in total?
God. Because that was like what? Yeah, that came out, that was like October 2022.
Yeah, so it's been about 2 to 3 years, I think.
I think I started, at least like VTubing, I think I started in like June or July or something. Maybe August.
Oh, okay,
it wasn't, yeah, it wasn't very long. It's because like I like just recently discovered VTubing, like in that same year. So I think I just had like a PNG tuber at one point, like in the summer, and then I got my first model like in September. So it was like, yeah, so it was like really recent. So I really wasn't even streaming that long.
Yeah, because I think it's been about the same amount of time for both of us, I think. We're like the same age, same little VTubing age.
Oh my god. So it definitely wasn't that long when we first met.
Okay. And so how did you get the idea to begin VTubing? Like, did you see someone else that you were like, ooh, I want to try that? Or did you just like, how did you stumble upon the idea that you wanted to go down that creative path?
I think I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was something like where I saw like Shy Lily like on
Oh
TikTok,
yeah.
like a clip of her. I saw her and I was just like, that's really smart. I like that idea.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like a mix of that, and then it was also like the relief of like I don't have to like if I'm streaming, I don't have to show my face.
Yeah,
I
you
can
can just be whatever.
yeah. So it was like kind of relieving to like have like some kind of substitute like that, where it's like, nope, I can just be a little like anime girl on the internet
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and do it that way. So it was like it kind of started with like seeing clips of other VTubers who had already like blown up at that point. Um and I think it was just like a way for me to feel a little more comfortable, because I feel like cuz when I started streaming, I didn't start streaming. I tried streaming, I want to say in like 2021,
Oh,
and
okay.
I did a couple streams where it was like face cam.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was like, I'm just not comfortable with it, because it's just like you got to make sure you're not making weird faces at your computer screen.
Oh
like,
yeah.
like for like whatever reason. Like it's like a lot more to be self-conscious when you're on webcam.
Yeah,
And it was
yeah.
a way, and it was just a way for me to like, I can try this and draw on stream, or I can play games, whatever. It was just like, it's gonna sound a little selfish, I think, but I started streaming because I really wanted to just like get into it and hopefully build a big enough following to the point where I could just continue doing stuff for myself and
Mm-hmm.
not have a job. Like not have like a typical job, I guess.
No, I think that makes perfect sense, especially considering you are a creative. You're a creative individual. So I
Mm-hmm.
think it makes a lot of sense for being an artist that you would want to have an outlet to where you could like support that and still like make a living, which I think is really, really cool.
Yeah, so it's like, I will say it's like the reason why I like keep trying to get into streaming, and I really want to try to get into YouTube
Mm-hmm.
soon, like this year, is because it's like I'd rather just, I'm in that, I enjoy my job, but as a like a someone with like ADHD and just like neurodivergent and stuff, like
Mm-hmm.
nine to fives Monday through Friday are hard.
It's just so long. It's so draining.
It's draining. It's just so long, and it's like, thank God I moved closer to work, because I'm sure I've explained this before too, where it's like my drive home from work after already a long day, if traffic was bad, it would take me almost an hour and a half to 2 hours to get home.
Right? I do remember you talking about that. I'm so glad you don't have to worry about that commute anymore. That's a blessing.
Oh, yeah. So it's like, it's just kind of one of those things where it's like, I really want to get, I always am too hard on myself, but it's like, I really am just tired of working like a typical job, and I'd rather do this,
Mm-hmm.
and grow that and just do my own thing.
No, I think that makes honestly it makes perfect sense. And again, like I think that you have so much talent and you have so much to share. I hope that you feel I hope that you feel encouraged. No, don't me. Don't me. You do. You have so much talent and you need to feel confident in that.
Thank you. I'm gonna
Thank
stop.
you. Stop. You're killing me. These pained thank yous. I'm dead.
It's just like, oh god.
You're so funny. Okay, so let me see here. So on that same, this is kind of that same note, I feel like, but what do you think is, and obviously I feel like this is a very obvious answer because you like doing art, but would you say that art is kind of the like cozy, comforting like activity or hobby that you like to share with your community, or is there something else that you kind of would prefer doing more? Like, do you want to do art streams? Do you like the idea of work together, or do you think you want to just do like just gaming?
I think it, at least for me, it really depends on the day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like I would love to do I would love to be, because I know I'm not like, I don't have like a consistent solid schedule. So it's like, it really depends on what I'm feeling for the day. And a lot of times when I like don't stream a day I want to stream, it's because I just get in my head and I'm like, because I get in my head because it's like, I don't know what I want to do. And the moment that that happens, it's like I have a meltdown. And it's because it's like, I don't know, because it really depends. I want to say I'd love to do more art streams and like, would you like work with me or work together, like those kind of streams?
Yeah, like if they're, if you're kind of looking for like having, like the support for your community in that way.
Yeah, like the study with me's that are on YouTube or something.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think like doing a mix of things I enjoy, I want to continuously do without getting in my head. Ow, Kaya. Sorry, Kaya's here and he's like, Mom! He's like tapping my arm.
Is that the one that needs din?
No, Kaya's just a little bit of an anxious baby.
Oh, the anxiety gets us all.
Yeah. So I think like just depending on the day, and how I'm feeling, it kind of just changes. So like art or gaming, whatever. Sorry, he jumped on my lap.
Oh, you're okay.
So if you heard a noise, that was my mic that he hit.
Oh, I totally get that. The little critters.
Yes. But another one I would love to do, if I ever got to like doing it this way, was like the root beer burp. The like have you ever done cross stitching?
Oh my goodness, a long time ago with my grandma. She
wanted me. God.
She was like, "You should try this," and I was like, "Oh, seems interesting."
Sorry, Kaya was trying to go behind my PC and there are a lot of cords back there. I'm like, stop, please, you're stressing me out.
You're okay, I know. Those little animals, they like getting in places they shouldn't be.
Oh my god. But like, doing like, like when you did your unboxing stream, like I would love to do like a really cozy, like this is like I feel like this is top tier cozy, where it's like a top down stream and I'm like cross stitching.
Oh my goodness, Akemi, you must. That would be so fun.
It's like, it's not something, because like I want to say cross stitching is more of a hobby because like my work is like product development related, and then I went to school for art too, so like this is more like, that's more career based. Even though I draw on this, I'll draw when I can, but like for the most part it's like, this is like my career and like thing I want to do for my life. But like just doing like a cozy little cross stitch stream is like such a cute idea to me.
Oh, that is gold.
Yeah, because it's like I have like in the last few years I have really loved doing more like handsy projects like that.
No, I think that would be so cute. Just having like some like comfortable music playing, and you've got your little cross stitch going.
Oh yeah.
That's super cute. Please do that. I will tune in. Always.
Yes, please.
But I actually think it's really fun that you bring up kind of the little barriers that you run into when it comes to streaming, and I would like to talk about that for a second if you're okay with it.
I think I do. Yes. I think I'm trying to think. I think there was like a question. Oh, it was like it was like the last question. I think I have like a similar answer, but yes, we can go more into that as well. Now, I just want to make sure I do not repeat myself.
No, you're fine. And even if you do, you're totally okay. But I thought it was interesting that you bring that up because so a big purpose of the Luminaries of Fablekeep is to fight back against the curse, which some people may or may not know, but the curse is actually an analogy for anxiety.
Okay.
And how it can be like a very overwhelming force that can basically immobilize you and your ability to do what you set out to do, you know?
Yeah.
And you know, the whole thing with Ivaria and fighting against the curse is knowing that through friendship, through community, through working together and supporting each other in those moments when you have a hard time and you feel like, I'm not good enough for this, or like, you know, I shouldn't even worry about it, or maybe I won't today. Like, knowing that you have a community to back you up and fight back against that, that's like the whole purpose of being a luminary, you know? And so I think it's very inspiring that even though, you know, it can affect your life as well, like anytime that you choose to, even if it's something really small, to fight back against that in some way and be like, okay, maybe I don't feel like streaming today, but like I can do something else in its place that will also help me feel fulfilled or confident.
Right.
And next time I can stream and know that I've got this. Like, it's all a journey, right? It's all a process, you know?
Yes.
So
It's like finding your niche and like feel like just because like I feel like a lot of people are able to just hit the stream button and do whatever.
yeah, exactly. And streaming's
they
hard.
don't-
So
Yeah, and they don't overthink it, and it's like, how do you guys do that?
yeah, I was actually talking to Leafy about it the other day, and I think that, you know, one thing that he was pointing out was that it really just comes down to doing what makes you happy. You know, like if you get in your head and you're like, well, this isn't the top game, or like there might not be people that come to watch this or whatever, like you can get in
Yeah.
your head and it can really like, you know, that curse can really affect you and you can start to have the darkness close in and it be like, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't even worry about it, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that, oh, Cause, thank you for the follow. I think it's important to remember that, like, we don't know everybody else's story. Those people that just press play and they go for it, they might have been struggling that day, but maybe they just pushed through it, you know? Or maybe they were like, this is my favorite game, so I'm going to play it and not worry about it, you know?
Right.
So I think it's important to try not to get too discouraged if you have those thoughts of like, well, other people can do it, why can't I? Because you also have that inner strength to do it as well. You might just need a little extra breathing room, and that's okay.
Yeah.
You know?
I will say that like this is kind of similar to what I had at least typed out for the last question.
Oh yeah, perfect.
But
We can tackle that. I want to hear what you have.
yeah. So it's kind of like it's like I think something that stumps me all the time is like, and I'm sure a lot of people deal with it, is like perfectionism.
I hate
Because it's like,
perfectionism.
oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's like it's like one of those things where it's like it. I'm trying to think how I explained it to like my boyfriend. It was like one of those things where it's like it's stopping me before I even try. So it's kind of like, well, if it stops me before I try, it's like then I don't know if like this would work out, or like if this is a good idea to go for, or whatever, like, you know. And it's so debilitating.
It really is. It's evil. It's diabolical.
It's so bad because it's like, and I will say I am proud of myself for like if there were days where I wouldn't know what to stream, I would just be like, just try something. And there were a couple times this year where I have done that, like when I did my Minecraft stream the other day.
Yeah.
I was really stumped because I'm like, I don't know what to do, but then I just went for the Minecraft one and I'm like, oh, that was fun.
And you got like the prettiest spawn ever. It worked out
Oh
so
my
perfect.
god. I was like, what a lucky spawn this was.
Right? No, and I'm so proud of you because that's what it's about, is just, you know, being like, okay, maybe I don't know, but it's all right.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
so
and
good
that's
job.
like, thank you. But that's like another thing that's like really stumping me when it comes to YouTube too.
YouTube.
Because it's like, well, I want to do this, but it's like, oh, but the camera angles for my drawings or whatever, or like all these things where it's like I'm stressing about them, but I'm not even giving it a chance. or like learning from it or anything like that. So it's like a lot of things like that that are just they like the overthinking is it takes such a toll.
I think, and I would love to know, like, because I'm assuming that this will tie into kind of like the advice that you'd like to give the floofs, but I have a little like tidbit to throw in there for you. One thing that I found that's really helpful is if you go to one of your favorite YouTube creators, right? Because I feel the same. I get so intimidated by like editing. I'm like, I don't know how to edit. This is gonna look awful. I don't know what I'm doing. How do I make the audio sound good? It's crazy. But like, for instance, one of my favorite creators is Markiplier because he's just so funny, which is hilarious because I don't like scary stuff really, but I'll watch Mark play almost anything.
Yeah. Oh, Marky Moo, I love him.
He's so sweet. And I went back to some of his first videos, and they're scuffed, and they're completely different than, you know, how he is now. Like the audio is loud, and like, you know, the editing is nowhere near as detailed as it is now. And that's because he's had like years of experience to like practice it and figure it out, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So I think for us, we just have to remember that, like, you know, perfectionism is kind of almost unattainable, but practice is a good way to work towards it, you know? So
like you're like, if even like from my first video, when I get to that point, I'm gonna learn something from it, and then from there I can improve for the next one.
Yeah, exactly. Because how will you know if you never try? Like, you'll never know what works or doesn't work.
I ask my perfectionistic brain, because
my God, perfectionism.
It loves like halting me in my tracks before I even try to do anything.
I hear that. So did you, along those lines, is there some advice that you feel like has helped with you, or like you'd like to give to other people about their own projects? And if not, it's okay, but just in case.
Is this like the last question, or is this just continuing on from what you did, like from the from the most recent question? I just want to make sure I'm not out of order.
It is the last question on the list, but you know what? Let's do this instead, because you might have because 6 and the last question are kind of the same, because one is like, you know, how do you hope to inspire or connect with your audience through the content that you create? So maybe we can kind of pair it together. Like, what is it that you hope to share with your community anytime you press the play button or interact with them?
Something I'd like to share. I think just like really basic answer, I think, but like maybe just something like my art process, or just in general, like what I'm drawing, or like, I don't know, keep them updated on what I'm doing.
Yeah, for sure.
But like sharing stories is something that I've kind of gotten used to with streaming, because I know when I first started, you know, I think a lot of us are very like introverted.
Yes.
So it's like, it's something that I've realized, not every stream of course, but like a few streams, it's like I'll just be rambling and I'm like, oh my God, I'm actually like just talking out loud.
That's
so
okay.
It's like, you know,
we love hearing you talk.
Yay. But it's just like a whole mix of that, where it's like, well, people can see what I'm working on. I can tell them about my day, like just sharing, like, I guess just feeling a little closer to my community, because like I'm telling them about my week or my day or something, and it just brings us like a little bit closer, because it's not just like I'm a character on a TV screen.
Right, exactly. And I feel like that goes well with, you know, the little description that you kind of gave to me earlier about what your goal as a content creator was for you to like grow as both an artist and a person, which I think we kind of touched base on a little bit, with you wanting to like, you know, challenge yourself and encourage yourself to go live, even if maybe you don't feel quite like it. And I think it's also really great that you want to have your creativity make others happy and, you know, just make like a safe space where everybody can feel supported in what they want to do. And I think you do a great job of that.
Thank you.
Not the pained thank yous again. Do you think I wouldn't lie to you, Queen? I'm telling you the truth.
Well, thank you. I just like a lot of things. Like, this is gonna be a little ramble too, but like I really struggle. I think you mentioned it briefly. I struggle a lot with feeling good enough, or even feeling like deserving or worthy of wanting to stick with my small business and like really growing that and have that be my thing, like my career and stuff, but also streaming, of course. And it's like whenever I have bad days and I like end up not streaming, or like I don't post my art in a while, I am just immediately like, I'm not creative enough. I don't deserve this.
That imposter syndrome, it's rude.
Oh my God, it's a pain in my tailbone.
It is. Chat is spamming how they are proud of us and that we are amazing.
Where?
So I'm just telling you.
I'm going to stream. I'm reading them.
Just so you know, they know that we are awesome, and I know that you are awesome. Yeah.
Oh, it's very sweet. Oh, Electro's here. Hi, Electro.
Oh, yeah, and Carly says you are worthy and you are talented and you deserve everything in life, and that is truth.
Oh,
it is truth. And see,
thank you guys.
I personally think that the community that you have is just a flitterific reflection of who you are as a person. Like, you have such kind people who support you and love you, and that's a big reflection on what you bring to your space. Yeah, of course.
And you do too. You have lots of all the sweet floofs in chat right now.
we got a good little good group of people, don't we?
We do. Yeah, we do.
Okay, let me look at my questions here. Where'd my little list go? Scrolling. I made the mistake of clicking out once, and now it's been
now it's gone.
It's gone.
Everything's deleted. Everything's ruined.
It's okay.
Cancel stream.
I found it. Okay, so let's see. I think we already talked about that briefly. I know that you had trouble with number 8, but I think you kind of already mentioned that you would love to have like water bending if you could bring any element of your like lore into real life.
Yeah, I think definitely, like, because I was thinking about it, and I think I really overthought the question, because I'm like, waterbending is just too basic of an answer.
No, it's not. Waterbending is so cool.
So I was like, oh, that's just silly. I'm not gonna put that. So besides that, I was like really stumped. I was like, I don't know what to put for this. Oops.
No. You're waterbending is so cool. Like, being able to control the elements is like amazing. And honestly, just being a mermaid in general is so cool. Like,
oh my God, I love it.
Like, I mean, honestly, just breathing underwater, like being able to control water, swimming really fast, fighting against sharks if they came to try to mess with you. Like, it's great. It's great.
It'd be so, it's just, yeah, it's like, it definitely like, I don't, when did Avatar The Last Airbender come out? What year was that?
Gosh.
Was that 2006?
Let's see. 2005. 2005.
Oh my God. Seriously, first I remember this so clearly in my head. I was at my grandma's. I was at my Mimi's house, and it was like the first episode aired, and I was watching it, and I just sat there and I was like, I saw like the whole scene where Katara broke the iceberg.
Yes.
When she got mad.
Changed.
And I was like, oh my God. And then like ever since that scene, I've been obsessed like with water and like the water bending as a power. It's like such a weird connection with the element, and I don't I don't know if that's like the tism speaking a little bit. I don't
No!
like.
No, I totally get it. Water is my favorite element too. How did you feel about the fight scene when Katara like fought against that sexist waterbender guy? The
Oh,
teacher.
her like. Oh my god!
What
Dude,
is his name? Paku?
Paku, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely magnificent. I was like, oh, I love women.
Chills. Just chill. She's like, I'm not
So
gonna just be a
good.
healer. I'm gonna be the best fighter you've ever seen. Oh man, I
my
love
God.
Atla. I love Atla.
I love it so much. It's such a good show.
It's just amazing. So I think that that's awesome. Yeah, like honestly, if you're gonna be a mythological creature, like be something that's gonna connect with something that you love, you know. And water is
Yeah.
glitterific, so I love that for you. I love it.
Yay.
And I believe I remember. Did you have do you have your mermaid form for your model, or was it in the works? Because I remember that you were working on that, right?
I did have it done, and I actually did have it like rigged, and I used it a couple times. I did have it drawn out, and I did have it rigged. But around that time I went on like that really random like year-long hiatus.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then I was like sitting there and I'm like, I'm just not feeling the design anymore. And I think I wasn't feeling like I like the design overall. I've gotten to a point where I don't really connect with the art style because when I commissioned for like an updated for like my first like actual model, the artist, they're very good and I will not diss them because they did a really good job on both. They kind of just did it in a My Hero style, and I didn't really ask them to do that. I wanted it more in a just like kind of like generic anime style, I guess. And when they did that with the old I say older human model because when I got it re-rigged, when I got this one that I'm using right now re-rigged, they kind of changed it up a bit. So like they didn't change it a lot, but they added like they made it look less flat.
Oh yeah,
I guess.
gave it some dimension and depth.
A little more dimension. Nothing crazy, but it feels a little better to use and the rigging is smoother.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think a reason why I went on that weird hiatus is because I just didn't connect with the art style of my models anymore.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, so I didn't feel good streaming, but like with this one, with the updated rigging and like a little more dimension to my model, I feel okay using this until I do get like a Akemi 2.0 model.
I gotcha. Yeah, so they just kind of ran with the a bit too hard, the prompt of My Hero. Yes, they ran a little bit too hard with it. Yeah,
because a lot of the references I sent were like my Hero art that I've drawn. So yeah, because you know how artists do a lot, like when you commission an artist, they usually send you at least a sketch first. When they sent me what they did, it was like fully done already. I'm like, I didn't see it. I didn't see it before. Like I want to say they had at least like the flat color done.
Oh sheesh.
And I was just like, oh,
You're like, where's the sketch phase? I didn't even get to approve anything.
There was zero sketch phase. So like,
yikes.
So this model's fine because the rigging feels better and a little more dimension. It feels okay for now, but yeah, I definitely want to like change the art style a lot when I'm able to get to that point.
Nice. That makes perfect sense. So last question then. What piece of advice would you give to those watching today about their own journey, whether it's creative or otherwise? I
typed this out in my notes because I have to make sure I am so not hypocritical about this. stop comparing yourselves.
Ugh, preach.
I am like, I'm terrible at it. I compare myself to you all the dang nabbit time.
Oh, you should not do that, girl.
like, just don't. Okay, I mentioned this before. Like I said, don't put so much pressure on yourselves. Don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't put pressure on yourselves. Beat up that perfectionist brain, because perfectionism, like I mentioned, will stop you before you even tried.
It's so true.
It's true. And do not compare yourselves, because I compare myself to Twill all the dang time.
Well, and see, that's the funny thing, because compassion, they have a saying that says, comparison is the thief of joy. I don't know if you've ever heard that. It is so true, because
it is
literally, like, you say that you compare yourself to me. I compare myself to like 15 other different people, and I'm just like, I'll never be that good. I'll never be. And it's like, but there's, like, you think that what I do is good, and there's other people that think what you do is good. I think that you are amazing, and there's so many other people that do as well, but we can steal that opinion. We can steal that belief from ourselves just by being like, I'm not as good as this other person, which is, I love that advice.
Because, like, it's really hard, because, like, you know what? I'm going to say it. I'm going to dox myself again. I'm 28 years old. And I find, like, I have gotten to a point where I am not, like, 110% happy with my art style, but I will say I'm not going to diss myself, because I feel like I also like how my art comes out a lot of the times.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm proud that I have my art in, like, I'm proud of myself in some ways, because, like, I'm able to sell my art at, like, artist alleys now, at, like, conventions.
Yay!
I have, because I had that one in November, and I actually have one coming up in April, and I'll have my booth and my art at a convention in DC.
Really?
Yeah, so that's coming up.
Oh my goodness, I'm doing this right now, because that's let me just do this for you.
What
yeah!
is it?
I did the cheer. I did the
Oh,
cheer.
I didn't hear it. No. So it's like I am absolutely terrible at comparing myself and letting the perfectionist brain get to me, and it stops me before I even try YouTube, or it stops me before I even stream for a night, or whatever. And it's like we all have our different, like, journeys, and just because I'm like 28 and I don't have my small business up and thriving doesn't mean my art business isn't gonna be, like, my main source of income one day, or
Yeah, exactly. I mean, to go with that, you're 28, which is, you have so much time ahead of you, and you're selling your art at artist alleys, and you already are doing so much to go down that path of living your dream, and that's amazing. It's all about the journey, because if you were just there, it wouldn't feel the same, right? Like,
right. So yeah, we're good with chat questions if they haven't.
Yes, so I believe one of the chat questions that we had from Carly was if you currently sell your art online.
Yes, I mean, this isn't really that difficult of an answer, but it's just more long-winded than I would like. So I do. I have my Etsy, and I actually, it's not finished or published yet, but I did start a Shopify.
Oh, exciting!
But yeah, but my Etsy is also on vacation because I'm mad at Etsy. So
you're mad at Etsy?
Yes.
Why are you mad at Etsy?
Well, like, because one, they allow too much AI art on their platform.
That's
like,
disappointing.
It's very sad. It's, like, all over the place. And then they also have been doing things where they keep making artists pay a lot of dumb fees.
Oh,
And
that's
it's just,
really
it's
silly.
getting, it's just like, it just got greedy. They're just getting a little greedy. So nothing is published or live yet, but I have sold my art online, and I will be setting it up again very soon.
Exciting!
Yes.
You were making at one point, which this might have been going to your Etsy, but did you have keychains and stickers, or did you have keychains at one point?
Yes, I do have keychains. I have keychains. I have like some Sanrio linked keychains, so there are 2 charms on the keychain. They're like linked.
Oh, cute.
Yes, I wish I had some some pictures that I could show you. But yeah,
Who's your favorite
keychains.
Sanrio character?
Cinema Roll.
Me too. Oh.
Yeah, he's my favorite.
Oh man, he's so cute. Who's your second favorite?
I think my second. I'm torn because I think my second is either My Melody or Pom Pom Purine.
Oh yes, Leafy's favorite is Pom Pom Purine. He loves that guy.
That's so cute. Yeah, so it's like I don't know. I like a lot of them.
They're just all so cute, honestly.
They
Adorable.
Oh,
Oh, amazing. Okay, let's see. I would love to know about some of the future games that you might be excited about. That's what I'm curious of.
I'm not sure because it's so okay, this is gonna be kind of shocking. I think maybe not.
I'm ready for it.
I'm so picky with video games.
No, that's so fair.
Unless there's so many factors where it's there's right now I really love playing Repo. I don't know if you've played that.
Yes, I have played that.
It's Repo. I love Repo. It really depends. I don't know if it's a weird hyperfixation thing. I don't know if it's just because I'm that dang picky, but I rotate through games it's nothing.
No, that's I get that for sure. The joys of the variety streamer.
Yes. So I'll be really fixed on a game for a while, and then I'll just be done with it and be I don't feel like playing I'll really burn myself out with the game.
No, that's so fair. That's so fair.
And it's I don't even know are there any games that are coming out that because I don't really know off the top of my head what's coming out.
Yes. Well, there are a few, and I'll tell you in a second. But we do have Captain Fox, our dear Cap, would like to know, when did VTubing come to your mind? Which I think we talked about briefly, but I think we could go into it a bit more about when you decided to actually be a VTuber.
Yeah, so it was back in 2022 where it was when I figured out VTubing and doing that was a thing that people do. I was that's so smart.
Right. And you said Shy Lily was you saw her on TikTok, right?
Yeah, so that's kind of where it stemmed from. I'm oh, that would be fun. And it just gives me it gives me that confidence of well, you don't have to see my real face.
Yeah.
I can just be a character.
No, I totally get that. Iron Mouse was one of my biggest inspirations.
I think I only knew of Shy Lily. But even then it was I didn't really go out of my way to watch her.
No, that makes me
not. But Iron Mouse is so sweet, but I've never actually sat and watched her.
No, I really have. I think I've maybe tuned in for some of her singing ones because I just love her voice so much.
Yes, but oh my god, her being an opera singer blew my mind. When that was a thing that came out, I'm what?
You're that good from home, inspiring.
I only know I've seen her. I've never really sat and watched her. Not because I don't want to, but just because it was just one of those things where it's well, I don't know, something's stopping me mentally from watching, but not in a bad way.
No, that's fair.
but like the like I feel so bad that she's been dealing with like this like disease where she like hasn't walked in years.
I know, right?
And it's like, oh my
literally crazy.
god, this poor thing, she deserves the whole world. Like, ugh.
No, it's literally, and I just think that's one of those things that's so cool, like such an inspiring VTuber story, is like the fact that it's allowed her to like connect with the world. Like
Yeah.
that's one thing that I think is so amazing about the internet, and you know, it lets you connect with so many different people that you never would be able to, you know, otherwise.
Yeah.
So I also think it's very fitting that your first VTuber inspiration was also an ocean creature. I think that's so perfect for you, for you and your
like
history.
it really made sense, that didn't it? It's like, oh yeah, that's it, that's the one.
Right, you're like, this is my calling. I was always meant to be a mermaid VTuber because Shy Lily was my first introduction to VTubing. I love that.
Like, and like, and I am glad that I keep pushing myself to try to like I don't know. I hope it's okay if I still ramble.
Oh
but,
yes, please. I love it.
I think I am happy that I keep trying to stream even if like I'm on hiatus or like the day is hard, so like I don't necessarily feel like it. Like I'm so glad that I keep trying, because I feel like that just tells myself that like, oh, something's there and I want to try to achieve it, even if it might take me a little longer than I would like wouldn't necessarily want it to take.
Yeah, for sure. I completely agree. Because what was it that, I watched this super, have you ever used Headspace before?
No, what's that?
Okay, so it's this like mental health app basically that has like sleep meditations and like little like mental health classes, all kinds of fun stuff. I love it.
Oh, yes.
I'm obsessed with it. But one of the lessons it had in it, I felt personally attacked because I was like, okay, because it showed this person taking a drink of water and she like dripped a little bit on her shirt, right? And she like looks down at herself and proceeds to just dump the whole glass of water like on herself. And then it goes to the next screen where somebody's like journaling and their pencil breaks, so they just like rip the page out of the book and like walk away.
Oh my god. Oh,
and
yes.
it was talking about how silly it is. Like that's how silly it is when you're like, oh, I missed this one thing, or I messed up this one thing, so I'm just never gonna do it again. It's the equivalent of that. And I was like, I feel personally attacked because
it's like, I need like app, I need you to knock it off. I'm tired of your sass.
But it's so true though, if you think about it.
Is.
Like you can't, the perfectionism is a lie. It really is. You know, you've heard cake is a lie, but perfectionism is a lie. You're always going to be growing. You're always going to be learning, because we can improve, you know? And so if you just go like, I'm not being consistent with streaming, so I'm just not going to do it anymore, then it's like dumping that whole glass of water on you when you just like have a little drip, you know?
Yeah, like that is like something, that's just something I really struggle with, is like, well, if I don't try to stream, at least like at the very minimum, I want to try to stream at least once a week, like bare minimum. But now I've been trying to do at least 2 times. Well, like bare minimum, if I just like, if something comes up, personal life stuff happens, whatever.
It happens.
Yeah, but then like I really want to just get into it as often as I can. But like, oh yeah, like it's such a heavy mental block when like, oh, if I like, one of the ones I know I talked about where I don't know what to, when I don't know what to do, that stops me a lot from streaming. Another thing that has happened is if I do not, I don't know like if this is also an issue, but it's like if I do not start stream at this very specific time, it's too late.
I get it.
That's something I have dealt with lots of times.
I get that so much, because it's like your brain is like, okay, I have designated this specific start time, and if I shan't go live at that, if I must be late, I just won't do it.
Or like if something is scuffed and like you can't figure it out, and it's like, oh, it's so exhausting to like just let your like those little mental blocks really get to you. But like
Yeah.
sometimes it's so hard to break out of them.
No, I completely understand. Like, that's how I feel about collabs sometimes. Like, if I try playing a game, I've had it happen in the past where I've tried playing something. Like, I tried doing a Valorant stream like a week ago or something. I'm sure some of the floofs will remember. And I had to stop streaming because it was making my anxiety so bad because the game wasn't working. Like, it wasn't streaming properly. And I was
no.
I like had a little like panic attack. And I was like, I gotta go.
Oh.
So I totally get it. Like, it's hard. It is hard to work with the curse, Carly. You are correct. That curse is evil.
Yes.
It's evil.
Curse is so mean.
But that's why the luminaries exist, to fight against it. We've got this power in numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And it's honestly just about finding people that you can feel comfortable with and supported with. Like, I would not be nervous having a collab with you. You know, obviously we're here.
Yeah. Yes.
But
yes.
you know, it's like
another collab. She means another one.
Like a game. Because your energy is very calming, you know? I don't feel stressed. Like, if something goes wrong, I don't feel like I have to panic, you know? Like,
yeah.
Everything is A-okay. So, but yeah, to touch base again on like the games that are coming out, have you heard of Tales of the Shire?
Oh, that's the one like inspired by Lord of the Rings, right?
Yes, girl. I'm so excited for that game.
I never got into the movies. But the game itself looks cute.
Right? Well, and I think that's the nice thing is it's like you don't necessarily have to
be into the movies or anything.
Yeah, it's just like a cottagecore cutesy like exploration. You've got that's what I'm saying. So I think it's really gonna like be there for a lot of different people. Carly says we should play Repo together. I think that would be so funny.
We should. I think that would be amazing.
Yes.
Just,
or Ghosty saying Split Fiction. Have you seen Split Fiction?
I don't know what it's about. I've only heard of the name, and I heard that it came out recently, but I know nothing about it.
Apparently, it's either, and Floofs will have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's made by the same people that made It Takes Two, I think.
Oh, I haven't heard of that game.
So it's like a collaborative game. Yeah, okay, Carly says yes. So, and it's basically like, it's two writers. One writes fantasy fiction and one writes like futuristic fiction, and they get like stuck in their worlds or whatever, and they have to work together to get out. It looks really interesting, honestly.
I'll have to watch the trailer because that sounds cool.
Right? We have another chat question from Cass.
Yes.
He says, "What is your favorite community clip?" Have you had a clip that was just like that you love that was really funny?
What's my favorite community clip? Oh God, hold on. Oh, okay. It's okay. So Cloud, who is one of my mods, I don't want to say it's a little inappropriate, but it's not like raunchy, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it was a thing that happened when I was playing Palia.
Oh, yes.
And Cloud said something in chat that like blew my mind, and my boyfriend edited it. What? What?
I love the tapping on the table. Hold on, I gotta watch that again.
It was a little quiet on stream.
The older they are, the sweeter they taste. That's crazy.
What?
Oh my gosh.
It was like I don't even know what we were talking about. It was just the most like out of pocket thing ever.
That is so
But I
funny. I love
I
it.
I will say, because it was just like the funniest thing. I want to say that's the one that I can remember the most. There was like a little clip that Kazura put together when we were playing Roblox, because we were doing this weird game where he would throw things. It was like a game on Roblox where you throw things off a roof to make money.
What?
And he threw, and like the more you throw and the more money you make, the more you can unlock. And it got to a point where he unlocked an old man in a wheelchair.
An old man in a wheelchair?
Like an old like Roblox man in a wheelchair, and it was just
that sounds unhinged and hilarious.
It was so like it was such like stunning moments. I was like, what is happening?
Well, thank you for sharing that clip. That was pure
you're
gold.
welcome.
I love that. Thank you so much for blessing us with that
Yes,
comedy
you're welcome.
today.
You're welcome. It's probably one of my favorite clips, I think.
Oh man, that was so funny. Ghosty
It's
says,
just
I
like-
was that old man, you whippersnappers.
Oh yes, that's right. Ghosty was like, stop throwing me off roofs.
Why are you throwing me?
Oh, so
Ah.
funny.
So good. So good.
The music kills me.
Goodbye. Just like the slow-mo music as they fall off the building.
It's so good. Oh,
That is hilarious. I love it.
yeah. It was so abrupt and just like, oh, okay.
Just once
That's-
again, a masterpiece, honestly. What was that game
Mhm.
called?
I don't know what it was specifically.
It was just
I
like
think it was like a throw things off a roof and make money on Roblox, I suppose.
Oh, okay. So it
Just
was
one of
on-
those. Yeah, it was on Roblox. Just one of those really weird games that people made.
Nice.
You know how
nice,
people
nice,
are
nice.
on Roblox.
Of course, yeah. Of course, those people on Roblox, those silly gooses.
They're something. They're creatures.
Oh, that's funny. Well, I'm glad we got to witness that. Yeah, just like pure gold. Goodbye, guy in a wheelchair.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, okay. I think the last thing that I want to say is just that I look forward to the next time we have a collab. We will talk about what game we
Yes.
play, because it's going to happen. We will
Yes.
play a game. I think one of the last ones we had talked about, did we ever talk about like playing Fae Farm? Because I feel like I remember talking about that briefly.
I think we did. I think we did like very briefly mention Fae Farm,
Yeah.
but
I don't think we were going to. It was like Fae Farm and Stardew Valley, and there was like a list.
yeah, it was like all these like really cozy games that we were thinking of doing, but yeah, it was like I don't know. It's just like we didn't really have a chance.
I know, I know.
What was that one you sent me recently? It was like a tavern one.
Yes, I think it's called Tavern and Ale or something, and like you and friends can like run a tavern. It looks kind of funny.
That looks really cute, and I think we should try it.
Yeah, that would be a good time. We can have the floofs over to the tavern, and they can see us either succeed or fail.
Yes, it'd be super. I think that'd be a nice try.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. All right, my sweet. So I'm gonna give the last little wrap up, if that sounds good for you.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think we're good.
Okay, perfect. Well, again, thank you so much for being the very first Luminary of Fablekeep. I have had so much fun interviewing you. I know that the questions were kind of hard, especially because, like, you know, it's my first time writing questions too. So thank you for
No,
for your
they
patience.
were all very good questions. I just hope I didn't ramble in the wrong direction with them.
No, you did absolutely flitterific. I loved every single answer.
Yay, I'm glad.
Yes, absolutely. So once again, floofs, please make sure that you follow Akemi if you do not already on all of her social media platforms and here on Twitch. Thank you again for spoiling me with your adorable drawing. I love it already. And
Yes,
I'm
gonna go finish it.
eat your food first. Eat your food first. But I look forward to next time. I love you so much. Mwah. Thank you for being here with me today.
I love you. Thank you so much for having me. I feel very grateful and honored to be here with you.
Of course, Queen.
And I hope we grow into some fantabulous VTubers.
Oh, we have big futures.
With bajillions of followers.
Exactly. Someday we're gonna be the new VSojo.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing. Let's start an agency right now.
Okay, perfect.
But yeah, I'm also always open to some games when you're free and the curse is not taking over us.
Of course, we shall fight it together. I'll message you and we'll figure out what we play, okay?
Yeah, that sounds good. I definitely want to try to play games more if possible.
We will. It's promised.
Yes. Yay.
All right, Floofs, we will see you next time. Have a flitterific evening, and until we see you again, bye-bye.
Bye, Floofs.